Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jackson on first down, and his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Right back to him on first down. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They go play action here on first down. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here's Coleman. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson now off the bootleg. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Watch him now, Barney.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's caught left side by John Brown. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now Breeze throwing on second down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Now Breeze. Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Leopard! Detroit!
On second down, here's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On third down, Jackson forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Breeze now to throw. He'll let it fly in the direction again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Got it.
On third and long, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Got it.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And it's caught by Parker. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, here's Breeze. And Watson has it right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check. Got it. Yellow lady.
They run it again with Kamara. Shreds the tackle. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's blocked. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now Jackson on second down. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
To throw on third down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down.
Detroit!
Fourth down, here's Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble. Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Leopard! No, check, Patriot!
On second down, Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Gone!
Throwing is Jackson. And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Rashawn Perriman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens can take the lead now if they hit the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, past the 20, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
21! Got it!
Breeze now on first down. This is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Check. Get set.
Breeze now on first down. It's complete to Parker, left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
All right, partner, I wasn't good enough to get this done, but I played with plenty of guys who did. When they spotted wide receiver screen and they got to the football fast and blew the whole thing up, the same result as we just saw usually happened. No gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Got it.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners. As guys.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Baltimore after this. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Leopard! Watch him now, Barney!
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Ginn. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
11. Got it.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Got it. 21, 21. 21.
Breeze going to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. It's taken to the 26. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Buying time to his left. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
All right, here we go.
Jackson now to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Breeze. Drops this up to Kamara out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thomas, the intended target. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real good for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Leopard! Back 99! Detroit! Here we go! Detroit!
Now Jackson looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught out left by Perriman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run forward with Collins. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
On 1st, they go right back to Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Here we go now.
Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. The 20. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And it's a fumble. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Rolling to his right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I know that rookie quarterbacks have to earn veteran receivers' trust. Maybe we saw that on that play with that type of effort, huh?
Yeah, helping out the rook with a heck of a catch.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's complete, right around the 8. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not?
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Breeze now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And over the middle, this is Parker. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ginn has it complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Now Breeze again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
The Saints on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Fighting through. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Got it.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Camaro. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Set.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Parker the intended target. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Leopard! Gone! Detroit! No, check! Patriot!
They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he's got some space here. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Leopard, 56.
Now Collins. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a give to Collins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Leopard! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Crabtree, the intended receiver. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Get set. Got it.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Get set.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I have to believe that if you're the team trying to block a field goal, you don't mind this weather. All right, the rain probably is going to help you because so many things can go wrong for the guys trying to kick the ball. It's as simple as maybe you just lose your footing. You kind of spin out like a tire in the snow, not getting traction, and you create a space and someone comes through.
And I think for everybody, snapper, holder, kicker, everything slows down maybe a fraction of a second. And a fraction of a second and a field goal try, that can be all the difference.
I love how you described that. Everything slows down, but it's a deliberate slowdown, isn't it? Because everyone's trying to be more careful and more deliberate to make sure it's executed.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Right back to it on the 1st down. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Leopard! No. Check. Patriot! Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Check four.
Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Collins. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be from 53 for the win. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Baltimore, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1.